na se form 2 ne form 3 for the be school na form 1 for be few sa anti no akwakoye bibia ewo hobi na eno achi nso no ade ba ko a eno so wo ho a ese etumi hwe ne ka ho asem pa eye syllabus any textbooks ankwara ne besua de ankasa pa eno so nsam te sen aba said the sen kwada ne se tumi kan textbooks no mo se tumi aka na teaching materials a chechefo no so hia betumi ama learning and teaching and learning aye effective no eno so ehun nsam te sen pa eno so ye behwe na yaka ho asem na asem ba ko bi wo ho a eno Kwasi so nka ho asem na so obeka because all no free ba so ka ai mia no ko ma naka Kwasi Kwarteng ene kasa na ye head of communication sabe asem ko me mo asem no so Kwasi asem no mo so sa asem abesa me ka o si onka no ene se ohwehwe na ohwehwe me ene o so onka basa na no obeka aha enti Kwasi Kwarteng head of communication Edma Ministry of Education o menchan ewa ha ono na me ne no eba be din komo afasa ensema hudo yi nyina Kwasi akwa aba
enwa
bibi aboko
yesu ni mede ni yi
ase
hu na me hu wache
sa
no ne wuka Kwasi se ja kwa bra
de Kwasi ya ne se sa Kwasi de Kwasi ya ne se sa
fa nti akese ma Ghana fo ahefo ne tiefo nyina
omojo so Kwasi say free senior high school in some 1 2 3 4 5 so far how far
oh say abribia no hwe nsesan kakra ba ewo yengu machine especially at the secondary level ne the fact says say no eba the payment of fees aban say wa absorb na aside that ne dey a normal bibria na wo ho no eno an wo of course yagitum say minister for education Dr. Duchum aye some structural reforms at the basic level secondary level ne for instance the tertiary level ne nyina boa to improve quality free senior high school policy nyina nim say they about an increase in the numbers there was a surge is here me no ka say enkane around 2016 na about 2017 no na yewo mofra mako be 800,000 and they the various senior high schools in is here me no ka say echo an excess of 1.3 million na sebi that is just an aspect of education because you can go mention ejakwabna first idea was so hwe pa say obebi ma mo bi ayede akobi that is the access na ubiem at the basic level at the secondary level at the tertiary level no bi anya bi kobia eno nko anya no nko ahụ we say wo ka sa ka textbooks wa ka sem wo ka teaching and learning materials wa sem kwan ya e be fa so to ensure that there is really quality because they be a minister for education Dr. Duchum otaka say ensuo ya special eyes here kama ye nyina enumi so obi catch us say wa special eyes na say bi anya special eyes in the woman nsu foforo the woman unse di pakro no bia na wa how because the quality na what they catch us what the man nya no what they dey ama nti wan hwe ya obanum senso no akwakofa or how esunso so born na ye dey abrel nti nipa no promise so the special eyes na be wan pa is special eyes na what they dey ema because of quality special eyes ye dey ekura no sa na ngumasua so ye no so ye dey etie access na nye enough there also have to be that component of quality and the quality na woka textbooks ho asemi and now no ye ne ye publishers assign contract eje ni nyina abewie say fit die sign contract no e be see the next 120 days you know one more hwe na one more publishers schools and it's part of the fundamental terms of the contract which means that publishers now bound by it and until within 120 days is somewhere September and we are looking at September and say one more have to bring the books and as produce the books now for onward distribution to the various schools.
Schools now what can from basic from primary up to which level and I say if baby na mo if you find the copy mo
say make the component of quality no quality in there say we untimi nyim free any level but now make with relation to the textbooks now say at the basic level no and na the curriculum implement here na whole textbooks no enye nyina na akọ because we have bit is English language for instance UNESCO no more ministry no may distribute to English language in here but they are canon and na make just say you sign contract with your publishers Nankopon pa 120 days counter no somewhere September na dey Ghana ni abofra bi o ha bia benya book no dey there but jakobna makasa no ma mensa nche mu say books no ho hia pa at no point be anywhere because say books no ho hia na emo mo hwe sa curriculum ya e ba ya enye necessarily textbook centered so enka na curriculum na wo no de ye kire wade ya ogofa textbooks na wo kan a na just de e kana buri be kasi bia se chiwe mpo o kan ya na de atuti no akotworo but sa curriculum we ma wakwanya ma you explore even beyond the textbooks in this curriculum no and a new curriculum ya be textbooks no ye only supplementary reading material and no de bia abofra na ba fie no no so de aboa akenkan no so e de akonanim but ministry no provide bibia a friend resource packs that is the teachers resource pack a composite and a comprise of all idea who here bia also back textbooks my use na the child but ajakwa na me de e ho see on the quality bit no no say nkomo na e ka at the SHS level say o ma access nkwa no nje say ehu eno esi sisi ame no ka say ye wo ye nkra bata ba ko a eno say ministry na say friend send loss wono mo so adwuma mo ye adwuma ye be very unique ajakwa na wo be very interested but them say tiefo nse dem hu ye that is even say be kwan e be fa so the digital aspect no a blend na ye de a che mo fa na de sisi ame no ka say ye will be a friend iCampus no as I speak with you, you register mkrabe 1.2 million. I know na korabia makwan yakofia lessons obetime nya no school nyina obetime achana the computer ho na send the smartphone ho enya the same lessons. You obi so ho no use offline component and no see the iBox. You school bi ho bia obekọ no na e deprive school kakra. Into content also munya nyina no no ntimi ye de enya. Na emom Ghana he ya send loss boss mo openi nana jemfi adwabo no wono ma transcend minister for education aye fidie bia ye disi waka ye make say na lessons English ana science ana say mathematics ana bibia ya kire a bibia no TV wo ha bibia wo ha e be kire mo fra no
enti sa dia mo kan dia wo kan sisi no ye ade a mo ye na a particular TV station e be broadcast amag ankwala na hu se de enka na ye de na da se e bi o mo kire de wo TV so me ye hwe no ana se bibi surunku bi project bi na mo to de akwese those in the villages no don't have access to nyama bibira ye ka
and those in the village obi kura ha behwe na ebu wo ha oni access to internet into wo content na person or demand no ma wakọ nche ni nyina no bikura wontimi nko de to website so wontimi nko no akọ de wakọhwe enti afidie ne friend iBoss no ye de besi ho na wonoma program in such a way say ye connect eno to a TV a ade e besi e kire mofra ni bia no nti eno so ka the supplementary learning activities no apart from say teacher ni be kire wade na eno so e ka ho but ubu say TV ho asem minister for education enche kura say ya create your own studios me custom loss wa nana jemfi no ya create ministry ya create your own studios say no content creation ni ade nyina ya ye wo ho enche kura na minim say nyankopon boa ministry no so balance wonu man kasa TV station and also be boa with the teaching and learning nti that bit of quality no ye ka enye sebi bia textbooks nkwa sebeko ehun hia acheche for so wonu mo how you regulate them NTC no adwuma wonu mo capacity building ni nyina ye de aka ho but beyond that no mofra no kura ba fie no and I say mofra mo ni access to internet no what has the ministry and its agencies been doing about them and when I send loss na jemfi adwabo anu so djuma
ye be ba sa asam no so pa nanse nyane tie se kwada wo primary 2 history book ma withdraw am pass bibi say see
and I think say GS will give us more details
on that. Okay ebinu mo ka say free senior haye adepa na mu no okwan fa so implement ye no ebinu wo ha they can afford to pay their awards fees you know they betu ya na yema ntua na dia ono ahia no poso no a o tumi entua no ye hwe se ankasika ye de betua ma de owo bie no endia oni bie no akwemi no enti sanka ye yidio owo bie no efi nche esi nche a na akwa ba ko enti anka oni bie de no ye betu de akade de owo bie no ye betu de akade oni bie de no ho amara de oni bie de no ahwira kosoro ama de so aban no eso no etumi akofom kakra sa asam no sila muhunu de say mo ye ana say ya kan de na ya kan no ana ye
ejakwabna we purely policy decision and sabi kwasi kwate ase obeka no we say policy decisions here when it comes to the final person be taking decision usually is the president and his minister but of course ministry no as at now in chuchu nya adwin bia say e bia the free aspect of free SHS the year free ho But of course, what's my reason? Manko nipa be braka. Asema hu hia nya asema bi e beba to ago. But ohwehwehwe mu a obohu say enyina so a ono mode ka no. There is also another stretch of the argument. Obi ka che say yemma esikafo ntwia na ebi ahia for the yemma omunko ni fra. First of all, how do you define here? How do you define sikeni? Ejakwa meba.
Utobo squad be school crash. Professor Sadaba konso kire.
Me ye adwuma Ministry of Education. Aban etimi track me salary. Nti bi aboso so a aban betimi ama meteku ana asempo se kwasi mema 1000 cedis. Boso me. Sika de betra aduane adi odwuma oye de oye no no. Ejakwa na me wo me mechanical oye me car so na no ba me fee na me net say de bia o make say o say average lo make 500 cedis. Nti se wa anko adwuma Saturday Sunday kra na within a week no wa make it 2500. O multiply by 4 weeks which is in the month na okura 10,000. Ono no system bia ni ho etimi track say ni pakro no nti say ni pakro na ba ko school a e ka che say ni pakro no say wonu mom de we hia ni because aban any system bia na so mine any system bia di track say ni pakro say wonu mom de e bia this is the amount we nya and the revenue that the person and the income that the person get within a month nti no e ka che say ni pakro so wonu mom de ban twa fees na mom me de na 1000 cedis aban etimi track me esa age me ho tax de me mom de because say me ya aban dwuma nti no aban etimi track me nti no me mom de meti matwa
say ye ni abre a say ye ni abre pass ye betumi a ye be ya ye betumi a ye onye ni say ye betumi the system aka ho asem ye betumi the system bia ba system betumi a kire obi a earning say dia wo kan ya ye hu ne earning na sefu no there are a lot of people
say ye ni sa say ye ni sa we the informal sector na about 70% of your workers one more informal sector until we get such a system no e be ye den kakra ama ye until we have such a comprehensive system, maybe a bit more track will be the revenue. We want to distinguish here from a sikafo just based on what any parko any man say it be a the oye. Again, Ejakwabna, one more can say, Yema a sikafo in chia. First question they be a musan say, Unchia was suku beam. Ogaso Munchia, usually they are referring to the Presec Lagos, the Prempeh colleges, the Wesley girls, so and the base school, the Holy Child, and musan say. Miami Krum with the Sebi Kafracho. Miami Krum Asante Achem Domiabra. Suku or remind category C school. School no born homodia, banning banedim. Okacheni Pacro say, me Papa Professor de Okajas won't kuchia, ne ba, a school fees or remind the Obakwana. No. Obekacho say we give you obituary, but I remind you. So
now what be son or say on yet? So we miss on what I said.
When they say they want to pay, when they say some Mexican for mention, they are reverting to the old system.
But Mexican foreman so those lower category.
Mexican foreman no munya the best of basic education. Into automatically no one more call into those big schools. And indirectly, no kacho say ma obi obeti media is an indirect way of saying that we should institutionalize something that we call education apartheid. So that if you have the money, you pay for the best. If you don't have the nenti me ejakwabna o nzo wozika se me. Enti me no oba ene me buy corporate be a we get it's possible so be there obenya because o kaka sha wo ho. Say etuankwa dia. Say
etuankwa dia kwasi but obviously
and ejakwabna be ma ehia for man uti. What will happen is say we here ni ba untimi nko school kese.
Why?
No, if there is an education apartheid, it's based on the strength of what you compare. You get a scaffold to be paying the good schools.
Good schools now work and say a computerized pay system near the eduma. I no and you can cook answer near.
Very well. And you say
the no call baby a year school papa school GD school kakraka. Na say parent no on one him so betumi a chairman eba. Why don't we give the parents of the chance to do that?
Sani pakro no computer and the net talk bontefufu senior high obetua
na so betu den
obetua
all the to don't ya enti me yan hwane aka wasa afa yan bemra we so reforms say review whansama ya kan I quite remember former president Mahama can say ono no ba obe review free senior high school no and my hon sem baby bere so obe cancel now he was referring to review but the curious question cancel but empanyefo bi nso akasa na one prominent educationist or my Ghana Professor Avanada Mensa. Ye boni din a wo na abo akwa ma hu mesu atumi agina pa. Peninso aka sese be ya ye tumi nya bibisa ye review na enye a bit comprehensive wo hu emu nya du. Enkokoba se ebia ye begya nkwada no wo basic school no ya adwene be firo ne ye de aba ye fan say from primary to junior high no na ya adwene firi kakra na ye de concentration na abasi ne ha fe be wiase no na ase no emre mfimfi na de kakra ebekoko wie akire no na se akire no so emre kakra waka professor ayite so aka ye osofo pamabaka so aka it is a review no ministry no consider say ube review bibi afa the free senior high school no
yes, the free senior high schools no the component are different is the fact that aban school fees ama omanfo. If you look at the basis of Nkomone, let's review and what a viewer. The central argument will be our advance say oman ni mayede inti we are yema parents in school fees. Osha between for the past 5 years in free SHS policy is an estimated cost about 7.62 billion. Inti averagely we divide it by the by 5 years you are getting averagely about 1.5 billion probably within a year. Are we saying say and yeah my parents with your 1.5 billion now all of a sudden your problems now bedane all of a sudden the factors are a bit they are for instance fuel prices no ye free SHS no free what fuel prices will reduce something that we do not even control internally. No. Are we saying say ye free SHS free what and net that me no say ya na catch us our phone the cost of freight what the normal
na review no does that review mean say ye free what
no that and I make say what is the basis of the policy a call for review. The only unique thing abeka ho as at now me no can say is the component that say buy HES can. And if you say a review indirectly no what are we all driving at? Because the idea ama we yes strong kun say you be HES can. Into a review will obviously call for say be can either say you train free one and say you be free one and say maybe a ejebi. And I'm saying say we free ho kwa na today on the basis of the fact to say yes say oh I don't know am ho chira ba no it's not going to end our problems. It's not going to end your
but
problems. But
at least aba burden na aban ade so ano aban komu adwono kakra say ye ka say bia abrabo say de ye na mo yekro ma utumi ntina na wa assess say no abrabo si kofa ayo say koyi a wonim enkoyi nso a wonim esan say free senior high no
to who ne say the bed at all mine so and now one more join chira no
na fa burden to man say
it all boils down to ade abroni be friend say priorities. Priorities and oman no the ohun say so very important to you and how I will be see how I will spend usika. There are two questions I will see. First of all, free SHS no, if you are committing money to let's say a policy like free SHS now, do you see it as an investment? Say what the BB share BB mu na dachi be so abanfa so and now you see it as an expenditure. Say e ka na obo. So often say e ka na obo there. And yet, now why do you say, with no returns, that should be a so man for so amount. But all over the world, countries especially develop invest in education. Now, education will be a from the basic level. There has been FKIB in existence. Who has questioned it? FKIB will have free compulsory universal basic education. Nobody has had a problem with it. Only because the free SHS some way somehow rode on the back of a political campaign or a political message. Until all of a sudden, that aspect no so you free should have problem. I say what they no bin say what they free ni free. Na what they Ghana for neko. And so biem kakran no obi akobi na afi o makwa ko do the tertiary level. Now gross tertiary enrollment ratio no o manfo wetima nya nwomasua atimi do tertiary level na increase. O man bi ade dey increase up to 40% bi and o man develop by default. And so that is the ultimate goal. Send kakran ebetimi biem na manfo na kobia and then we increase our enrollment ratio at the tertiary level. Now but last 2 years it was around 18%. Now go the Minister for Education Dr. Educhum on na pound for one move say gross tertiary enrollment ratio no do 20%. Gradually yebeko yanima within 5 to 10 years then we hit the 40% mark. Or maybe Singapore do 40% develop, Botswana 40% develop, America 76% develop, or South Korea around 96% develop. So, no, it won't just come say, oh, Hana Nwaba. You have to take systematic and kakra no che say and what say who say you are making an investment. For us in the Ministry of Education, we see free SHS as an investment policy.
Perfect. Obiata say investment. Now so investment we are the returns no ebia na yield the resource ebia wo share that pen no
ajakwa what training kwara
meba asem na maybe sa wo say investment na me say investment bia no bia ya onya the needed resource are up
ajakwa meba
edu bia investment no be ye no esan say ebia nema baku menu me say won fa nwu akwa mu ye ntino ebia na ke say onya resource about 80% a obetu onya be 30%.
Me anya assumption
so na be meba asem na make wo say investment
such as facts no ho let's use the facts
entina me say once na say crop you be kan say one of the lectures be kan say wo hwe nkwada na ifiri ba university na on performance wo fam
ono lecturer ono anya researcher ofa ogina podium anim no kasa and how do you treat that as a basis say yasema o kare wonya
so no chere
kwa anya wo research
so ayen ono yen kala
na how many courses they run with University of Ghana say run even 100 courses now o chire mu one now ura one class now based on one class and ultimately make a conclusion say and I suppose so a senior lecturer be a PhD holder every PhD holder is a researcher now all of a sudden enyina so bi eni hono aso so me marking kwara bi script no ono ma anya de ntia say kwara ekosi a free senior high school aba university nyina no ono mo anya de meanwhile if you compare based on one more wasi results for the past 7 years it is only the free research policy that has produced the best and there is an empirical data that can speak to it now lecturer senior lecturer o kasem na nyina so you don't make any research just by mere observation and you make a conclusion a hard drink
it will give say you share o catechal level
I don't can investment once more me yenyu hwan say e bia na investment no nye investment papa bia na
man kasa enye papa the american say enye investment bia no bia ya
we good
we investment there be meba enye investment bia no bia ya otumi nya returns o hwehwe obi wo hwa obenye bi wo hwa onya for instance ya nhuma sua se city educational system no ya the practical aspect of your education is there ni o papa enti ese na kwakwa ese akwara na betwire sua be free senior high school be ko university no na owie university na obviously so kwaya ban adwuma sana your system na kwakwa ye
what is me no ka say your TVET service Education Regulatory Bodies Act no enka ne hu se ne ye TVET schools by 49 national ministry Ghana Education Service ase and the remaining schools no nyina na were about different 19 ministries ase to be here there or no based on the mandate or the area schools also this year me no ka say emraba you TVET service director pranomo so minister for education ura Dr. Educho no mo so na TVET service this year me no ka say over 190 schools TNU over 190 schools amofra woma say no ho nyina say free and una open somebody
are you free saying
say TVET service is now free wo kwa untwa kapre TVET no say technical vocational so no adwuma and then sanwade yo nya say wo kwa taku ni ho and that for me is even a good investment and also can free SHS policy no and on the last bit no Jacob now you make an investment within the past 5 years I increase enrollment for more than 50%. Offer free 800,000 students. Me no ka say when you are in excess of 1.3 million students. We no what's a friend say no guarantor policy have so no munya access to the various universities. No enko to aso. An investment why here say no there another component of the TVET being free. As you see in San Nyuma ne adefo nyina no mofra no mpese omunya kwanya nyina ko obu ho pese okosua mechanic obu a fitting ne ade ene ebia architecture ne drawings ne mo ne ade an investment I mean no say I introduce the whole part the minister for education that STEM education but some three girls some nyina nkora start no ye hu ne say that big of investment the investment baby na can say
one day person be technical issues no so technical and vocational no ye be pebrani aba so purely pana ya hwe san say technical aspects no well minimal when our ministry until work but I hope say viewers so ewo mo so mo de on beka dia fa na ehwe na we de mama fa twamoto elective textbooks no aba ebi ho
say textbooks no abibia government provided at the SHS level there they don't have issues with textbooks it's at the basic level and na issues because you review her curriculum no then mo na textbooks no ko na me ka say English ko but the other textbooks that's supposed to follow and also
Mm-hmm.
publishers you know master contractor we are hoping say by September or so
na yɛnhwɛ teacher for so no cha omo major stakeholders pa na over the years wɔn akatu ansɛm ne wɔn nema na nokure ni wɔn aka wasɛm aka nti sei no mo ye bibi so nkwa ma teacher for timu a mo de ama mo nya ho keka de aye adwuma se ne so mo ye no
Ajako ba a teacher for ensem de me to say market anso mi o na ya toto no mamu
pa
ya toto no mamu
na ketu anso yen
na sa drinky series na no enche kra me ton 10 cedis na no me ton 18 ya toto no mdi obi ka ketua ho asema e ka obi a all over the world sabi enye me kwasi kwate Ajako abana me sure se count enne utofu ala enyina me objectively enya nim sa asesa enti sabi ye ka ketua tum nko ade a enyuanum teacher for ye gitum se omadwuma omoye no esunko omadwuma no obadwuma ye adwuma kama pa boa oman no nti omo is very justifiable but sabi ye nyina enim akatua ho asem e wo krom ha eno no at every point bia no wo hwe civil servants ha wono increment ba at mass enye se bia ba akofo ade I mean every year bia there is an adjustment or there is a review at the central government level and them sure say usually a Ministry of Finance wants and but over education ministry now and more kakra by of course I mean through the central government now maybe a friend of continuous professional development allowance enkaneno teacher ni no bia no betongoma akanya na wo de aboa no ho beto laptop na nko use obesua de obekwa akoya research bia na nko do no ane sika na ye but say no continuous professional development allowance now I think is an amount of 1,002 a year which means that bosumi bia 100 be bia beto uboko kingdom ubeto books eno nkwaya woka senkankane no na saa sika ne from salary nti akatwa de me Ghana ha menye so obi
akatwa so na ye kan dia ba bisi se wo hwe a teacher ni no nyama hodo hia so betumi de kira de bo na bibia ye se de ka no this e-learning e-teaching e-hwan
say
nyama aya akade a e bia teacher ni hia training na se omunya ne na sefo ne sa ne ma no wo ho be ma teacher ni no ya anya fe ne obebra se ne setumi aka be wiase no so no na ontumi enfini pem wo ye bibi na so de ani je na ya wo ye ma etumi so aba bebre na so na wo de amemrefen ya ene begu angu huhum ye na mu saa enti no saa ne ma ya ye mo lay foundation papa bi be boa ma teacher ni no be ka say yes bi na gina bebe metumi gina so de akira kwada na de ma na tia sententem
Ajako abana no kure wo mu ne say challenges where education system no say entimi mfada konyi ni nyina mfi ho me no ka say the nyina nim no your schools under trees abibia me ka say nye last 2 years and last 4 years na ba is being with us we have accommodation problems by na get fund Dr. Ward no say especially at the SHS level no wonu matima solve majority of them over teacher for welfare no on dia I mean there is some challenges there nemo mebo NTC boss na baso Dr. Christian Depoku na no ya me hu say we say enya nomination bi election bi we win ama me say we after boss secretary general mebo na baso na congratulate no ono mo ye dwuma pa and Education Regulatory Bodies Act no uzen kanena achechefo no bibia nyina na GS ase say ama NTC na omo ewo sa tumi no omo ye no nti ni nyina ye ne agency say wo ministry na say nyina say nim say one teacher one laptop policy no ekoso na me can continuous professional development allowance so was say the echo in terms of ono teaching materials no of course at the ministry level there nim say it was supposed to be there yenya official complaints be a Hassan but with regards to the specifics and I'm sure say Drew has said you see adwuma when sawoso no or agencies will be GS will be able to give us the in-depth briefing on say be a challenge be or na be but at the level the yenya official complaints say material be ni na say we ho but they be America say if such a complaint come quickly you be kwa solve. And that is why we are there as a ministry. Minister for Education. Was he is a minister to fix problems. On the teacher for head. On also a church new. And you are charged the life for the past 26 years or some America. Or charged Anna Oguso and that's a ministry which is technically society church. You are church for us. And the baby biam pokrana meno say be a challenge one. One may you quickly. And say GS, NTC, Ministry of Education near other agencies quickly about corner. That cause solve problem be obia.
Enti obi be say yeah sorry infrastructure wise say mo say enche schools no on be hwe ama kwada nyina be kwa bo sisi ka say senior high no kwada no form 2 for no ofie form 1 form 3 for no school na omuku school 25th of this month and on beko omukwa form 2 form 3 for na eba na say form 1 for na eba sa wenum kona wenum aba wenum kana is a bit confusing no da be na be etubisha
oh ayakwabna so what can I say academic calendar there sebi a distort to kakra a check enti first ana form 2 ni form 3 for no school form 1 for no na fe kwa Roma cho BC aye ewi one more results be background sana a placement enti under no circumstance say form 1 for no ko bi kura na one mo bia one beti no mama kwan pe enti based on that kura na at every point in time bia no you have 1 year group or number there e wo fi na ensise ni of course we admit say there was a search and be a mechanical double track and once a man is a good thing. And that come now. What options be no? First of all, they say Afibia and over him 100,000 on munya access to, and now mu try BC and waka just anchor and say the BB a friend be a cut-off point aba. Na sa cut-off point into wakra ko went man pass into Intiminko school, and you deny 100,000 students an access to be education at the secondary level. The other option also say obe binya akwan an innovative response and intervention at the beba. Na some of na cafe be abid 900,000 one month no one nwana kosu at the same time we are ensuring that there is the same quality and do your buyer is between what you feel as a priority to you and that is why I did double track near the buy but me no can say the double track within the context is say within 1 year group near 2 cohorts in the first year for you were green and gold second year for you green and gold third year for green and gold in the sa and send the free say we have 1 year for nebia we mu ha na we kwana we free there be sunshine there free they say you know the bit my possible say bia obenya from 2 ni from 3 for school say dey bia ehui nebia other batch of and also more to the point to say one more intima anya dey omo amie kura amom nti there is no way say one more will be in school at the same time aja kwa
yebeko yebre na ayebia ne sa na asa meja kwa mako no ai bi no muka na nka me se me bisa ba ma mimisa se na meti ina me se me so me say Ministry of Education ya ma ya GGS adwuma ye ama GS ya bi dormant
eja kwa bana
yes
baby admi ko but anyway I will just the woman say enkane no na GS so pa o
so pa
na wono mu na ye a lot of adia ekoso ministry hana say ministry na sinyina or implementation policies bia maybe the schools inspectorate enkane schools inspectorate omo ana na ye sa national teaching council here his omo regulatory teachers enkane na GS for ye de adwuma naka wono mo hwe curriculum assessment review ne ho akade nyina na GS ye de adwuma but 2020 Oman Ghana Parliament ko pass mrabi I friend Education Body Regulatory Act wono mo hwe say ye bechiche GS nyumanum bebre na ye de ama other agencies no no so etima ye said be ya enkoba say GS is overburdened ma me nche one of example tech GTech agency one more Education Regulatory Bodies Act in create na schools are war fan say enye pre-tertiary maybe the College of Education nyina no enka ne no say GS as you obi boko training college na GS as but you who say as for proper coordination and harmonious work no I was say yetiminya na one full agency there ehweso National Teaching Council a batch chair for you have an excess of 350,000 workers GS adwuma no do so emra say NTC nya there ehweso schools inspection private schools public schools and no so mbetima nya effective school inspectorate system no our administration na was say emra say increase na asia no ehweso nti ewomu sa on the outside do be hu say oh e be a ministry GS adwuma ma other agencies no yemra no the Education Body Regulatory Act no na the new agencies ayede abeka GS
adwuma GS adwuma na oyende oda so ye na adwuma
oda so ye na bebre na ewomu no senka infa say teacher regulation kan na oye na emra no say Education Body Regulatory Act say NTC nya de enye schools inspectorate na kan na ku abako na bi ye dan ba ko she GS mu bi ye unit and I kese one own director general and even the last example here the TV service na make one seven and can the TV schools are near wo nyina na a GS as about 49 of them but say man ba say there be yenti TV service for na fi TV schools and one the 90 agencies ni na yem famra na one body nya the so say you need GES as a Ghana education service nkwa na there's also the TV service. And so the ministry's role no so be play that coordinative role. And to who you be na especially one man na kan no mo mpanifo no mo GS say so mo ni mu bio no. One refer to the act and say hey say the answer ba no who say NTC e bia e training officers asemo nipa kro no teacher we kan say manka o ma GS e de adwuma. Schools inspectorate ko ye inspection obegas manka o ma GS adwuma because en kan na GS na e de na mo based on the Education Body Regulatory Act and say e de aba. Say TV service no one more own director general e one more deputy director general but then can dey for technical school vocational be aka GS e be dey le mo emra na say GS enuma no do so bebre dodo yen yi bi mfrim na enka bia ono GS betima dey ahweso na yen fa bi so ma dey agencies na adwuma no enkoyi nti wutinchen ya
di no say no say dey aka say
TV service a create NTC
okay Enti sa TV service no
National Teaching Council
because some service no and Ghana Education Service no enti no ombesha Ghana no Ghana Education Service ombesha Ghana Education Service ase and some do hokora Ghana Education Service no
TV service no so ye Ghana TV service
and I'm saying but was Ghana Education
Ghana
Education TV ase kwesi
obi aye independent they are all agencies enu ntina ehun hia say the Ministry of Education and the Minister for Education Owura Dr. Aduchum will play that supervisory role no coordinate one activities what's say oh the ministry dey wajuma no enka ne kwana GS enu ntina ye say nyacheche ma all agencies ewo ho no the agencies nya jibi nya the minister dey waka say we muni we aye ade we agency we esem hwe na mo yo GS mo hwe na mo ni mo nwa no mo nkasa saa na adwuma ne ye dey
kwasi me da ase no pay
me da ase
me pebre na wasen aba ha pa na ye de kokwa ka cha na abose ase achia no na ede ye mpudimpu ye mienu nti ye ne kwasi kwati na wi education wo samsam na ye kan ye no education se ka se ka wasam aye da mu ni nyina beka nti brepa mu no ye besa to sa de afro mu bio education minister na nkasa ne Ghana Education Service director general professor Opukwa Mankwa prof no pe me mawachi na wo maba na fie yi ni mako na ye no madi nkomo yi pa afa ho se ne be ya ye betum se de si etienti kwasi kwati anopai asida PC na ye de ma mo ye twa ho tiawa na fe ya ba ye bedi nkomo e de afa ne ma hodo bi ho se de oman ne ne bi ko ba kominu miensa bi NDC as a political party se do musi ehu ne fa entienche bia no ye ne lawyer Sami Jamfi or communication director de ma NDC amayeko no e bedi nkomo e wo sase mo ntwen se ye ba san kobo no ye bedi ye ba isia